Welcome, everyone, to Friday TGIF. We are here for Friday's Inspiration, where we are going to be talking about aligning to the high frequencies of our planet Earth. So yesterday was Happy Earth Day, and Happy Earth Day to Earth. So the Earth is, I didn't know this, is 4.5 billion years old. So the Earth has been around a darn long time, right? With or without us, she's going to continue. And so a lot of people are concerned about the Earth, but I think it's really more of a reflection of their own fears and uncertainty. A lot of uncertainty on the planet right now. And so people are not feeling stable. So that's one of the things we're going to be talking about today. So welcome, everyone. Good to see all of you here. It's lovely to hear where you're calling in from. We have London and South Africa. And hey, Melinda, nice having you here. Tammy, Susie. Susie's at home with a broken wrist. So sorry to hear that. Yes, let's tune into some high frequencies. And Alondra's from California. We have Croatia. Awesome. It must be late there for you. Hi, Bobby. Nice to see you here, Cindy. So yes, a lot of great things happening today, tomorrow, this weekend, some really great stuff that I'll be talking more about. So today we have the opening of the 5-day challenge to access more of your personal power. So this is, the doors will be opening today where you can go into the private Facebook group and start sharing and mingling and maybe sharing some of the things that you're excited about stepping into. So this is not like a 3D competition challenge. This is more of a higher vibrational challenge where you're going to be challenging yourself. What is it that you want to step into more of your power with? That's what the challenge is about. So every day for 5 days, we're going to be diving in deep with the process that I use and created. It's outlined in my book, Access Your Ultimate Power, The Blueprint to Infinite Intelligence, available on Amazon. And in this book, it outlines the process that we're going to be using every day for 5 days, diving in deep, clearing all the things that are in the way of you stepping into your power. So that's going to look a little different for everyone because everyone, it seems as though everyone wants to step into more of their power. But what that's going to mean will be different things for different people. Maybe some people want to finish a book. Maybe some people are launching an online business. Maybe some people really want to take charge of their health. Others want to step into the power of their voice and step into being able to say, no, I'm not going to do that anymore. Or say yes to something that you've been wanting to do, but keep holding back. So I'm super excited about what all of you are going to be creating because it's going to be different for everyone. But the process is going to be the same in that you're going to pull out of it what you need for yourself. So this is a free 5-day gift offering that I'll be doing. And so sign up in the link for that. And you can join the group a little later today when we open doors. So, but we will be opening doors today. And then it starts on the 28th. Is that right? Is that right, Roma? It's starting on the 28th. Yes. So that will be 28th through April 2nd, through May 2nd. So 5 days. And I can't wait to see what you guys generate, manifest, create. It's going to be really exciting. A couple other things. So tomorrow is, I'm going to be the opening speaker for the Elevate Your Frequency series. It's an online event where there's going to be, I think, a total of 9 speakers. I'll be the opening speaker, be able to set the energy for the whole event. And it's all about alchemizing your frequencies into the frequency of love, abundance, and joy. So that's going to be super fun. The organizers are asking a small fee of $27, but that really separates the people who are serious about really stepping into a higher vibration, higher frequency. And then it kind of brings up the energy of the whole program. And then we have all the serious people there who are really committed. So anyway, those are the two things that are happening this weekend that I wanted to share about. Well, let's get back to, and I'm going to be doing a MediClearing on this, getting back to aligning to the high frequencies of our planet Earth. So one of the very foundational pieces of using, it says it's lost access to my Facebook account. Can you guys still see me? Am I still here? Give a thumbs up if you still see me and we're still connected. I'll continue just in case though. So where was I before I got so distracted by a Facebook message? We're talking about aligning to the high frequencies of Earth. So yes, great. Thank you for your feedback. The high frequencies of our planet. So one of the foundational pieces of the infinity system is getting ultra grounded. And that means connecting deeply to our Mother Earth. There's a lot of people who think that they're grounded. Maybe they practice a meditation every day and they go inward and they think they're connecting to the earth, but they're really just using that as an opportunity to leave their body, and they're not really connected except maybe by a small thread. So that's not what we're doing. When we do these meditations, it's really imperative that we deeply connect to our Mother Earth, who is stable, who has been around for 4.5 billion years, and she will continue for another 4.5 billion years, we imagine, unless she's struck by a meteor and gets completely obliterated. However, the stability that we're really looking for in our life can be found by connecting to our Mother Earth and allowing her to receive and to take all those energies that are lower vibrational energies. And then she knows how to transmute all of that stuff because she holds such a high vibration. And she is in present time. That's one of the big things that my mentor works on, is helping us to be in present time. So there's this spatial referencing and being aware of where we are in space and time. And so the Earth is completely stable. She has been around forever, and we can rely on her. And so we're going to go through a very specific process on how to connect to her in a way that is going to be completely stable and help us feel anchored instead of leaving our bodies. And so the whole point of that is to release those lower vibrating energies that stir around in our energy field, causing anxiety and fear and anger and frustration and paralysis. And those are the energies that we want to let go of. So that's the whole point of doing this exercise, is or this daily practice that we use, is to eliminate those lower vibrating energies so that we can discover and uncover more of our radiance and our brilliance. Because you are already magnificent, right? You're already brilliant and radiant. And if you're not feeling it, it's just because you got a lot of crap on your energy field. And so the whole point of this is just to keep releasing all these lower vibrating energies and stepping into more of your brilliance. So I hope you had a chance to connect to our Mother Earth yesterday, and maybe hugged a tree or put your feet in the dirt and really connect and show appreciation for all that she does for us, all the abundance of water that she provides. The same amount of water is on the planet as there has always been. There's not like less water. There's the same amount of water. It just gets distributed differently. So we can always be grateful for all the water that she provides. And air, that's been a little tampered with, depending on where you are, better qualities of air. And just so much abundance. We only have to look out, and depending on where you live, you can still find abundance, you must have a tree nearby. And you'll notice that tree never worries about having enough leaves. Like, it just does its thing, right? So in order to create stability, we really need to connect to our Mother Earth. And so that's one of the things we're going to do. And there's also one other thing that I discovered. So recently I've been checking on spells and curses with clients. That's one of the new pieces that I'm including now in the vibrational altitude report. And so I thought that, I would check and see how our Mother Earth is doing. I remember back when the fires were really raging, she was not a happy camper. She was feeling a little on the powerless side. And not so much now, although the spells that I found, so she has 3 spells on her, and no curses, but 3 spells. And so we're going to release those today, and I'm going to ask for your help in doing that. We get so much from our Mother Earth. And this is just a simple way of being able to give back to her, supporting her, and doing what we can to show gratitude and appreciation. So all of these spells relate to the planet being in her power. So what we're going to do is we're going to create an avatar for the Earth, and we're going to see where things are maybe a little stuck energetically. And then we're going to clear those spells, and then we'll do a quick run through with all of you and your energies. So just checking to see, I don't think I brought my glasses. Okay. We'll struggle to see. If you guys have any questions about what we're talking about, and we can see. So Tuesday is when we answer your personal questions about something specific with you. But if you have a question about what we're talking about, getting grounded, our Earth, things like that, that would be great to hear your questions. Otherwise, we will go ahead and get started. Hey, Pavarti, nice to see you here. It's been a while. Okay, great. So no questions. We are all ready to dive into getting ultra grounded. And it's super important that this foundational piece is established so that then the rest of the energy system and field is working properly. So this is the foundation, getting ultra grounded. There's 3 parts. And so the first part is establishing that line of energy from the base of your spine to the center of our planet Earth. I like to make it nice and big and fat, like maybe if you imagine dropping a cantaloupe down your grounding cord. So let's go ahead and do that now. You can just close your eyes and listen to my voice, or you can not, whatever works for you. So we're just going to imagine that big fat line of energy, that big pipe that's going all the way to the center of the Earth. I think I said we were going to do the Earth first, so let me back up. We're going to give to the Earth first. And so let's back up. So we're going to first imagine an avatar out in front of you. So an avatar is just the image of a person. Now this person is going to represent our Mother Earth. So if you want the head to be a picture of a globe, or however you want to do it, maybe do a globe with arms and legs, however you want to do it, don't get too hung up on the mechanics of this, and just sort of follow along. So we're just going to ground the Earth. We're going to ground the Earth. So if we ground to the Earth, where would the Earth ground to? Let's ground the Earth to the center of our galaxy. So there's a central sun at the center of our galaxy. And so that's where we're going to ground her to, is to the center of that central sun. Okay, great. So next, we're going to imagine that she has roots that go down from her feet, and they connect to that central sun. And then we're going to bring that central sun, Earth, the central sun energy up through the Earth's legs. It's funny, I don't know if I've ever done quite like this before, but I'm always learning new things. Okay, great. And so let's see if our Earth has a worry circle. She does not, so that's great. She's not worried, so we shouldn't worry. Because she's timeless, she will be here long after we are gone. So really nothing to worry about our planet Earth. She's not worried, so don't you worry. Let's start. I have checked this before. She has 50 creative rings. So let's bring pure source energy down through all of these creative rings so that she can continue to provide a good quality of life for people that choose that. Now, some people are not choosing a good quality of life. Peace. There are some people that are choosing to live in very polluted cities for whatever reason. Maybe they feel powerless to, like, they can't get out, but that's all just part of their programming. At any rate, we can choose, and the Earth can support a very beautiful quality of life. And so that is her intention for everyone, is to enjoy our planet. And as we bring pure source down through these rings, we also know that there are people that are governing what's going on the planet. And they are in the process of controlling the population. So apparently they feel like they need to do that so that there's a better quality of life for other people. And, I've gone around and around with this, feeling upset by it, and then feeling like, okay, well, I think the reason that people get upset about this oppression is because of their own fears of dying. So this is one of the things we'll clear today. But also, if you think about it, what better way to control the population on the planet than to let people choose for themselves? Now, if people are choosing something because they didn't do research, or they didn't, look into it, or they just are following they give their power and authority over to other people, then they're going to have their outcome, right? So that's going off on a tangent. Anyway, we're bringing pure source down through the creative rings of our avatar that represents the Earth, and then through the crown. So it's stopping right there. We're going to go out to the third layer of the Earth's crown so that she can have more permission to really step into her power. And it seems as though, as I'm just, thoughts are coming in, I'm just relaying, I'm just the messenger, is that if she is really in more of her power, then what's happening to her in a negatively impactful way, they won't be able to do that anymore, because the frequency will be so high that it just couldn't happen, I would assume. At any rate, let's bring pure source in through that crown so it's still stuck there. So we're going to pull in this circle at her crown. So all of you are participating in this and helping along as we all collectively help to bring in this energy at the crown so she can really step into her power, whatever that means, right? However she's going to self-generate. She can just shake her little back and cause great disruption and damage, and at the same time, damage and destruction is also part of renewal. So it's kind of a hard concept sometimes for people to accept, but it's the reality of life. So as we're bringing pure source down through the crown and the sixth, it's stopping right at her sixth chakra. Let's go out to that third layer so that her beliefs around being powerful, she can access more of that. She is an entity, right? She is a living being. And so we're bringing pure source down through this sixth chakra, down into the throat, down into the heart where it's stopping. Let's go out to that third layer, clearing all the judgments, if she has judgments. And it's almost like maybe judging herself for allowing what's going on the planet. All right, as we're coming down through the heart and the solar plexus, it's stopping there. Let's go out to the third layer. This is also where one of the curses was. So we might as well clear that at the same time. So right at the solar plexus, so that she doesn't have to feel powerless and she can do whatever she needs to do to clean things up and become more radiant herself, right? And, you know, there's been a lot of negative opinions and beliefs about what's been going on in the planet, especially this past year. But at the same time, look what's happened to our planet as a result is, you know, rivers are starting to come back and are getting cleaner because people are not mingling so much, or, you know, so it's really giving people an opportunity to reflect on their own personal contribution to the earth and what they're doing to it. And hopefully making people that are on our planet more mindful. So we're clearing this curse at the solar plexus, dropping it down the grounding, where it can go to our central sun of the earth, right? The earth's central sun. Okay, good. So as we're bringing pure source down through the solar plexus, second chakra, down, spilling down the root, great. Let's bring this 50-50 mixture, the energy that's coming up from the central sun through her legs, and mixing that at the root with pure source that's coming down the backside. So where those two meet at the root, we're going to mix it together. And we're going to bring this 50-50 mixture up the front of the avatar, the Earth's avatar, up through the second where it's getting stuck. And this energy goes out to the 15th layer. So that's that 1% energy we've been talking about, right at the second chakra. And it's affecting her creativity, which could affect regeneration, her ability to regenerate, right? So she has an amazing capacity. You know, I've been able to see that where I am currently living, where the fires are all around us, and being able to see how quickly everything is regenerating, and the black is diminishing and the green is becoming more evident. So she has an amazing capacity to regenerate herself. So we're clearing that 1% out of this second chakra. As we continue to bring this 50-50 mixture up through the second and the solar plexus and the heart where it's stopping, also goes out to the 15th layer. So here's more of that 1% influence that we can help remove from our planet Earth. And we're going to pull this into the core, and then we're going to send it up through her central core, that the avatars, don't get confused. It's still working, even if you're a little confused about what we're doing here. So we're bringing this 50-50 mixture up through the heart. We're clearing that 1% energy out of the avatar's heart, our earth, which represents the earth. Okay, great. And then as we bring this energy up through the heart and the throat, and that sixth chakra and the crown, and then through all of her rings, all 50 rings. Then we're going to let all that energy cascade down through the aura of the Earth's avatar. Okay, great. We're going to jump out to the 15th layer, and we're going to start at the bottom. We're going to lift more of this 1% influence out of this Earth's avatar, the aura. Okay, great. Sending that off planet. And then we're going to jump out to the 30th layer. We're going to do the same thing. So this is more of that reptilian influence. That is also, that is the dominant oppressive influence on the planet. Okay, good. 15. Okay, good. So the rest of the aura is clear. So now we're going to clear her circle of reciprocity. So that's the channel that goes through the arms. So we're going to bring all of her energy from the upper 4 chakras and all of those 50 rings out her right arm. She's a great giver, so that's easy. And then let's bring, she's also a good receiver. That's good. The energy through the front and back of the heart and the throat and the 6 and the crown and all of her rings. Excellent. Well, it looks like we cleared one of those other spells in the process. There's only one spell left. And it's right here in her 6th chakra. So we're going to go back to this avatar and we're going to go to her 6th chakra, out to that 3rd layer. And we're just going to pull this spell that she's been under, thinking that she's powerless. And we're just going to send that down the grounding cord. Whew. Okay, good. So that's our gift to the planet Earth. She has no more spells. And so let's take a peek at you and make sure that now Earth is like all dolled up. We're going to now ground to her. So let's send our grounding cords down to this newly revived planet Earth. And we're going to go all the way to her central core and make that nice and big and fat. I'm going to send those roots down into the earth, way into the earth, so far that those roots come out the other side of the planet and then they wrap around our planet Earth. So just think if everyone connected to our Earth in this way, and then it becomes reciprocal. We send gratitude and appreciation for our planet Earth, for everything she does, for everything she gives to us. And then at the same time, we give our the things that are not ours to her so she can transmute that. And so it becomes a reciprocal process. So let's, as we wrap around that earth from there, we're going to bring her abundant, feminine earth energy up through the legs, our legs. And then it's going to go down that grounding cord. So it creates 2 loops of energy through our legs. And then we're going to see if you have a worry circle. Yes, you do. So your worry circle goes out to that 3rd layer. That's that fear of stepping into your power. So let's pull that energy in. Super foundational for us to really function and change our frequencies and eliminate what's not ours, is to be able to really connect in this very powerful way and step into our power in a very confident way. So releasing all of those self-doubts at the root, fear, anxiety, worry, stress. There we go. And so I remember one time a woman, very spiritual, seemed like a very influential woman, who was afraid to connect to the earth. So she was not even grounded. And she was afraid to connect to the earth because she didn't want to send all of her stuff there. So here's another thing is if you have that fear, you can also send things up and off planet. But this becomes a reciprocal thing, when we're giving our gratitude and appreciation and taking care and being mindful of our planet Earth, that she loves just being able to transmute these energies. So don't feel, I don't feel that way, but if you do, you can always send the energies up and off planet too. All right, so as we're bringing, we know where we circle. So now let's bring pure source down through our rings above our head, through our crown, down through the central core, through that sixth chakra, down into our throat and our heart. We're going to go out to the 15th layer. So this is where the 1% is having an influence on how we feel about ourselves, all the judgments that we're holding, that nagging feeling that we're not doing enough, that we should be doing more, and to the point where if it becomes hard and struggle, that's not our energy. That's this 1% energy that loves it when we're struggling. They love it when we're complaining and when we're miserable. These are the energies that they survive on. This is their diet. They feed on these lower vibrating energies, which is why they're constantly stirring the pot. So instead of being activated and annoyed and frustrated by all this, we can just become observers and just notice, there they are again. Yep, they're stirring the pot. So, right now, or for this last year, it's been with this pandemic. They're already starting to prepare you for the alien invasion. So that might sound like, what are they talking about? So if you've noticed, there was a news feed about, I think it was in New York, and how the government is acknowledging that was indeed a unidentified flying object, alien in nature, they're assuming. But so now the big question so they're starting to program you with is who's operating it and what are their intentions, and why are they over military or secured areas. And so they're trying to create this idea that we're starting to be watched and we're possibly going to be attacked. And so and when they actually create an invasion, they already have all of these vessels or these aircraft or so forth, and they are going to lie like they do about so many things and say, oh, we don't have any technology like that. Well, that's an outright lie. They have manufactured many of these, and those are what they're going to be creating to create this false attack. Anyway, just a heads up. So when we see these things, we go, yep, there it is. Yep, they just want to make people afraid because they're hungry for more fear and more anger and so forth. So if aliens wanted to hurt us, they would have done it a long time ago. So if anything, there are many who are protecting us. There's even videos of them shooting missiles out of the sky, nuclear warheads. So I'm really confident that these aliens are not here to hurt us. If anything, they're trying to support our growth and evolution, but we're the ones who have to learn the lessons. And they can't interfere with that. This is a free will planet, and they can't interfere with our learning how to navigate this planet and get along and work things out. So let's see. So now pure source is coming all the way down the backside. I've kind of lost track, and we're going to bring that 50-50 mixture up the front through the second. So it's stopping right at that second chakra in yours. So we're clearing you now. Second chakra in the lower belly. Also out to the 15th layer. So this is where the 1% wants to create through us. It has a lot of anger and rage in it. So maybe me talking about some of this is stirring up what's already in you. Like, I'm not making you mad or making you upset. If you're upset, it's because it's energy you're already holding. And so now we can release that energy that's not yours, belongs to the 1%. As we bring this 50-50 mixture up through the second chakra and the solar plexus, where it's stopping, we're going to go out to that third layer. So that's that powerless feeling that you've been feeling. And so when we are able to work on these energies every day on a daily basis, this is when we make the most progress. Because if you only come here once a week, which is great, I love having all of you here. But if you only come here once a week, you clear this, this powerless energy, and then a couple days later it's back, but you haven't noticed. But when you're doing this on a daily basis, where you have feedback every single day, where we're going to do this every day for 5 days, you're going to start noticing some really big changes. And ways that you're going to step into your power. So you're going to come with an intention. So for those of you who are going to be doing this 5-day challenge, is I want you to come with an intention, something that you intend to step into your next level, whatever that is. Have an intention, create it bigger than you think you could accomplish or manifest, so that you're going to stretch, you're going to get uncomfortable, you're going to really step into some places that maybe you haven't stepped into before. That's what we have to do if we're going to create change, right? We have to get uncomfortable. And but no better way to do it than if we have a guide that's helping us navigate through all this. So as we're clearing the solar plexus up into the heart, where it's stopping again, let's go out to that third layer. So these are the places where you're judging yourself, making yourself wrong. And so when we're on top of this, clearing this garbage out every day, all those judgments, which is just, for many of you, is just a habit. And then you repeat the same words you've been repeating every day for the last years. And then that keeps creating the same thing. So when we're in these higher frequencies, you automatically start to think differently. There's access to different thoughts, beliefs, inspirations, because it's at a different frequency, right? And everything you desire already exists. It's just a matter of creating the alignment in you. So as we're bringing this energy up through the heart, where it's still stuck, let's go out to this third layer. So here is a control being. So this control being is affecting how you feel about yourself. So if you've got a lot of those judgments where you feel like you're not doing it right, you're not doing enough, or you're somehow wrong, you're somehow doing it, you're like messed up somehow. Let's clear that judgment. Because if this belief, which is not yours, will continue because of the thoughts create a frequency, right? So if you're sending that thought that I'm broken, I'm damaged, I'm messed up, I'm somehow screwed up somehow, if you keep sending that frequency out, it's going to keep coming back and going, yep, you are screwed up. Look at this. You just did that. Blah, 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 blah. So when we remove these energies, and we do it day after day after day, and you start entertaining higher frequencies, your thoughts are going to change. And when you have new thoughts, you're sending new frequencies. You're receiving new frequencies back. This is how it works. So as we're bringing this 50-50 mixture up through the throat and that 6th chakra and the crown and the rings, all of your rings, And we're going to let that cascade down through all the layers of your aura. We're going to go out to that 15th layer. We're going to start at the bottom, lifting that 1% influence out of our energy field. So there's a lot of people who think that they can just positive think their way out of everything. I'll just be living light, and I'll just keep sending that out. But if you're ignoring these other frequencies that are in your energy field, like this 1% energy, way out of your awareness, that it's going to be harder for you to really step into those higher frequencies where you really want to get to. So this is why people get help. And so we're offering a lot of help over these 5 days. I can't wait to see what you guys create. It's going to be amazing. All right, so we're lifting that 1% energy out of the 15th layer of your aura. And then we're going to jump out to the 30th. We're going to do the same thing, starting at the bottom, lifting this energy up and out. Okay. And then the 40th layer also wants to get grounded. So that doesn't always happen. The 40th layer is the layer of oneness. This is the layer where we are aspiring to connect to clearly, like from the core of our being all the way out to this 40th layer, to be clear and aligned. Because in this 40th layer is where there is unconditional love, where we are all connected. There are no divisions. And so this idea of being one it's not just a concept. It's not just like a fancy thought. Oh, we're all one, It's like, well, I don't feel like we're all one with everyone. There's a lot of conflict and stuff going on. But in this 40th layer, when everyone, or those who are clear enough, their energy field is clear enough that they can be clear all the way out to this 40th layer, this is where you experience oneness, where there are no divisions. You don't see black and white. You don't see gay and straight. You don't see rich and poor. It's like we're all made of the same stardust, and we all start to see each other's gifts and blessings and so forth. And so when we are connected in this layer of oneness where we are aspiring to be, it's not like that oneness, cookie cutter oneness, like we're all just like stamps and we're all just automatons and we're just the same. So that's totally not what I mean by that. It's a oneness where we're all made of the same stardust, but we all have our own unique gift. We all have our own unique flavor and gifts and whatever that we bring to this planet that no one else carries the frequency quite like we do. And so that's why there's no competition in this energy field as well, is because when you really step into your gifts and step into your power, you know that it's not something that makes you better than other people. All it means is that then there will be certain people that will be attracted to your frequency, and others won't get your frequency. Like they might think you're just too much, or they might have a derogatory thing about it. But the reality is you're just not aligned to that frequency. And so many of you are waiting to step into your gifts. And so doing this 5-day challenge will help bring you that much closer to really stepping into what you're bringing to the planet, so that when you do that, the people that are waiting for you, that have your frequency, that are waiting for your, like the keys that you have to help them unlock their stuff, that then you can help those people. So we're all just doing the best we know how to step into our gifts and bring them forward. And those who are aligned with what we have to offer, those are the people that step forward. And so I'm helping all of you activate your gifts so that you can do the same. And so we just keep pulling each other up. We just keep pulling each other up, right? And you only need to be a few steps ahead of the people that you're helping. A lot of people think, oh, my website's not perfect, or this, or I don't have that, or it's like, just bring what you've got. Got to start somewhere. All right, let's see. Circle of reciprocity. So let's clear that in you. And so the upper 4 chakras and all of your rings, we're going to bring all of that energy out that right arm where you need to implement and give out into the world. So right now it's stopping right at the shoulder, right here. So you start to give, but then you stop. Maybe you think it's not good enough, or there's not enough coming back. I'm already exhausted. I just can't give anymore. But receiving starts with giving from the heart. So we're going to bring this, we're just gently pulling this energy out. It's the energy of implementing. It's the masculine energy of getting things done, and the energy of the mind, which creates structures and logic. And that mind vibration, that this masculine energy is actually in every cell in our body. Every cell in our body has a mind. And this is how all the cells communicate with each other. Okay, great. So now this masculine giving side is flowing. So let's put the fingertips together like this so that the energy can flow through the palms and then through all of the fingertips. So we're going to bring that energy into that left hand so you can start receiving. So it stops right at the wrist. And so the reason you're not receiving is not because the people in your life are not giving to you, or, your clients are somewhere, they're not showing up. It's because you are not allowing the receiving. And that's a hard concept for some people because they're so like to control everything that they want to control who's coming in and when and how much and who and ha. So we need to just allow the surrender, because when we're controlling, we're limiting. And when we really allow ourselves to flow, you've probably noticed this, where when we're not controlling things and things are aligned and everything's flowing, like things get way better than we could ever imagine on our own, right? Our limited minds want to try and control things, but we're just limiting ourselves. So when we can allow this flow to really come all the way into our heart and validate us, and through our throat, so we can ask for what we need. There we go. And through that 6th chakra, clearing those limiting and lack mindsets. And through the crown, there we go. Give yourself permission. You're the one who gives yourself permission to allow yourself to receive. And when we start doing that, when we start taking accountability for everything we create, everything we receive, this is when our world really starts to change, because we're not blaming other people. And we're not blaming ourselves either. It's just like, oh, look, my receiving channel is blocked. Look at that. We're not going to judge ourselves. We're just going to clear it. And then things can start to flow again. All right. And then through all of those rings. Excellent job. All right. Well, so for those of you who are coming on, who came on a little late, I just wanted to remind you of some of the things that are happening this weekend. So today we are opening the doors shortly here. I think it'll be maybe in a few hours. We'll be opening the doors to the 5-day challenge. It's not starting today. It's starting on the 28th, but this will give you a chance to come in, connect with each other, start letting people know. Because when you start to put your words out into the universe, it creates some momentum. It starts creating some energy building up. So we're creating the container today for you to enter and start putting your intentions into this beautiful container of your intentions, what you intend to create for these 5 days. What's the next level that you want to reach to? And so we're going to create that container today. And we're going to be starting the challenge on the 28th for 5 days, doing basically what we did here, only we're going to be doing it for 20, 30 minutes, and we're going to be focusing specifically on what you're bringing to the table. So I'll be reading all the things that you're putting in the group, your intentions, so we can start holding space for that, holding space for each other. So that's going to be really exciting. And I'm excited too, and I know other people are too. Yes, Cindy, it is going to be exciting. Let's see. Wait, Tanya has a question. Can you say more about when we are ultimately sending the energy, when we lift the energy from our feet up and out? Say more about where we are ultimately sending the energy when we are lifting the energy up our feet and out. Okay, so there's also some illustrations. If you've gotten my book, there's illustrations in there about how all these circuits run. So let me just answer this question real quick. Is as we're bringing the earth energy up through our legs, when it reaches the top of our legs, it goes down the grounding cord and then back up our legs again. So you can imagine the energy that goes all the way to the center of the earth. Some of it goes up our legs and down the grounding. So it just creates a loop of energy up the legs, down the grounding cord. And so however that looks for you is, hopefully that answers your question. So the up and out it's down the grounding cord is the out, and up the legs and down the grounding. Yeah, so hopefully that answers your question. All right. And then, so tomorrow also super exciting. There's going to be 2 days, a 2-day event called Elevate Your Frequency. I think that's what it's called. Yes, Elevate Your Frequency. And so I'll be the opening speaker that will be setting the energy for the whole event. And there's going to be 9 other speakers that are all experts. So I've looked at many of the people that are going to be on, all amazing, high-powered women who all have a gift for you. So be sure to join us for that. We're all going to be using our gifts to help you alchemize your frequencies to the energy of love, joy, and abundance. So join us for that. Let's see if I, hang on just a second here. Okay, that's that. Okay, well, I will put just trying to think of where I should have had that link ready so that I could have posted it. So I will post it as soon as I'm done here in the chat. And so then you can join us for tomorrow. It is on my Facebook page. You can look for it there, big gold banner. And so that's for tomorrow. So hopefully you'll be joining us for that. Otherwise, we will, I'll see you later in the private Facebook group later today as you start joining there. And then Tuesday is Q&A day. So be sure to show up on Tuesday for your questions, and we'll look specifically at your stuff. And then we'll get started on Wednesday with the 5-day challenge. All right, sending so much love, and hope you enjoy your day and beautiful weekend, because it's going to be amazing. So I look forward to seeing you all there. Did I forget anything, Roma? I think hopefully we got everything. There's the book link and Elevate Your Frequency. Thank you, Roma, for putting that up. All right, I think we're all set. So have a great weekend, and we'll see you on later today. I'll see you tomorrow, and I'll see you Tuesday. All right, sending much love. Namaste.